a way to help members learn more about WikiTree and keep their watch list and the tree as a whole healthy and strong.
Our watch list is the group of profiles where we're on the trusted list. We focus on a different aspect of your watch list. How to find it, the oldest profiles, profiles that need dates or locations or other attention, privacy settings, unknowns, unconnecteds, unsourced, how to find matches, merges, taking care of your suggestions list, GEDCOM junk, and watch list size.
If you're interested in learning more, check out Space Watchlist Weevil Challenge on wikitree.com.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, Vicki?
Great. It's almost 10. Well, 10.
It's 10 o'clock
10
where Vicki is in Chile. It's only 8 o'clock here in Ontario, Canada, where I am. But happy WikiTree week, everyone. This is this is the first official broadcast during WikiTree week because do you know what? It is WikiTree. It's tomorrow down under in Australia and New Zealand. It's already tomorrow. They're already starting their WikiTree week. But indeed. And what better way to start WikiTree week than with a brand new WikiTree challenge? Yay! Yes, so that's what we'll be talking about right now. We'll be introducing the Mystery Box Challenge. So good morning, John Tyner. Is it morning? Is it morning? Oh, yeah.
1 a.m.
It'll be 1 a.m. for John. Okay. Yes. Good morning, John. So it's tomorrow there as well. I guess we're in the minority. There's just a little bit of today left. But before we go through the details of the Mystery Box Challenge, Vicki, this was your idea. So tell us how you came up with this idea and what is it all about?
Well, first of all, you have to be a fan of WikiTree. So you must love your tree and want it the healthiest it can be. So and I always like to randomize stuff and to gamificate my life. So I wanted to put some gamification to the process of making the tree healthier. So I thought of something like a mystery box, which would contain some profiles that needed something to be fixed, like the Data Doctors challenges, but randomly. And I proposed this idea to you almost 1 year ago, 11 months ago, and then I pitched it to the events committee, and they liked it. So here we are. After so much work, and I thought it was so complex to do, but there was Greg Clarke who can find anything impossible. So here we are.
Here we are.
I mean, a lot of work from you. I just gave the idea.
Well, without your idea, nothing would have happened. So kudos to you for coming up with what I think is a great idea. And I think WikiTreeers will really enjoy this. So I have just made a G2G post introducing the WikiTree Box Challenge. And let me just grab that URL and throw it into the chat. There we have it. It's going to go off to you right now. There we are. So yeah, you can find that on G2G. I don't know if it's been pinned to the top or not, but it's right there. And so far 0 votes. Let's see, can I tell how many people have read it? Let me just refresh the screen. Let's see. Oh, I got 1 vote and no questions yet. So that's okay. Don't ask any questions until after you watch the video and then we can. But anyways, yes, it's official. It's on G2G and the challenge is open and ready for all. And as Vicki said, the mystery box, so we went with 5. You get 5 profiles in your mystery box, and you have to solve them using the suggestions, like Vicki said. And then when you've solved all 5, you're done your mystery box for the day. And just like what's different about this challenge that there are with others, where most of the other challenges we have on WikiTree, you have to do as many as you can to rack up as many points as you can. But this one, you only get 1 per day. So You get one mystery box challenge per day. You fix your 5 profiles, and then you have to wait till tomorrow. So it's just like a Wordle. And so that's kind of a fun thing. So how do you do this? Well, we've because there's a bunch of stuff involved. You have to pick 5. You have to be given 5 profiles randomly, and no one here has enough time to stay at the desk, change to the desk, and just hand out those profiles. So we wrote an app that will do that for you, that will manage all the different pieces, moving parts. So there is an app for that, just like there's an app for everything. And we're going to show you exactly how to go through the app and use it. So you can get to the app. It's linked in the G2G post. But you can also get to the app anywhere from if you go to the Find and click on the Apps menu, you will get to, this is the main WikiTree apps page, and Jamie has already added it there. There's the mystery box app right there. You can click on that and it'll take you to it. It will also be added to the WikiTree browser extension. So it's not quite there yet, but it will show up here in this list eventually. I've sent Ian a message, but he might be sleeping. Sometimes WikiTree developers do need a little bit of sleep, so
sometimes they rest.
Sunday is the day of rest, so there we go. So Vicki, why don't you pull up your screen and you show people how you can get started and get your profiles.
There we go.
Oops. Nope.
Oh. No.
There we go. Yep. Now we see it. Okay.
Okay. So first you have to log in to apps if you're not logged in. I'm already logged in. And after the welcome, you have to choose your mystery box. And you're required to choose a level of difficulty. So what kind of mystery do you want to solve? An easy peasy one? An intermediate sleuthing? How do you say that word?
Intermediate sleuthing.
Sleuthing. Okay.
Not
you,
slothing. That would be just being lazy.
Yes, this is totally the opposite of being lazy. Advanced Sherlock Enigmas. I like that category. And should we choose easy peasy just to start? And
go ahead. Well, I was going to say for the first few mystery boxes, I would recommend everyone start with easy peasy, just so you get the mechanics down, and then if those are really too easy, then tomorrow try an intermediate one. But yeah, for tonight, I would suggest we start with easy peasy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it depends on your level of experience solving suggestions, and then you can choose a century that you prefer, or you can say anytime at all. I will say anytime at all. Ooh. And then you may choose a country. For instance, Chile. That's mine. Chile. Or you can enter a location, like say Santiago. That is in Chile. Yeah. Or surprise me. And I'll say onward to Santiago. Okay. And then you will be displayed with all the mystery boxes that are available at that point. Okay. And you choose one, and you'll see it's loading profiles. So please be patient, and we will save this time, and magically we'll
switch screens. So yeah, we'll switch to my screen now, because I have already picked a mystery box and I'm actually partway through it. So we're going to switch over here. But yeah, it will load 5 profiles, and it will take a little bit of time to do that, because for every single profile that it's going to pick a random suggestion, and it's going to try and find a profile that matches the time and the place that you suggested and the level of the suggestion, because we have them grouped into different categories. So it goes out to WikiTree Plus. So if you're familiar with WikiTree Plus, it goes to that database, gets a bunch of profiles, checks to see, okay, have these ones been used before? Are they used in someone else's mystery box? And it has to go through that, and then it has to do that 5 times. So, and if it doesn't find some, like for example, one thing that you should know, it tries to find profiles that fit the time and the place that you suggested. Now you chose Santiago, Vicki, and if there's not a lot of profiles that actually have the location of Santiago, then some of the profiles you get back might be other places, because it'll try to solve that, try to give you profiles with those parameters. But if it can't, then it just makes it more general. So it drops the time and looks for the place only, or it drops the place and looks for the time only. Or if it's really complicated, then it'll just give you some random profiles that are either easy, intermediate, or hard. So, so sometimes that takes a little bit of time, but you just be patient. It'll come back to you. So if you've logged in, or if you've started the app and you've already got a mystery box that's partway through, even though you only get one per day, it doesn't actually cut. If you don't finish it by midnight, it doesn't throw it away like your Wordle score or other contests. Oh, thanks, Kathy. It keeps track of the one that you're in progress, so you never lose the work that you've done. It just means that if it takes more than one day, then you might lose the streak that you're on. But we won't worry about that. So you can see here are I chose, when you go to, so I've logged in, it says go to the mystery box. It's already in progress. I clicked on that button, and you can see at the top, when I started this box at 5 o'clock this afternoon, I chose easy peasy 19th century Canada, and I chose box number 83. So if you notice, when Vicki was picking out boxes, there was a hole where 83 was. There was a box 82 and there was a box 84, but 83 was taken because I've already claimed that one. So I've already done the first two. So I thought we'll go through and we will solve this mystery box together. Sound like a plan?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so Jude has a misspelled country in the marriage location. Well, let's just check that out. So there's Jude. And over here, he was married in Memorock, Westmoreland, New Brunswick, Canada. Okay, so do you know what the spelling error is?
Easy peasy. Yeah. New Brunswick.
It's New Brunswick. Excellent, Vicki.
Yay.
2 points for Vicki. So I just have to go over here, edit the marriage. And I'm going to change that to New Brunswick, and fixed spelling error in marriage location. And one of the suggestions on here is, if I go to show the instructions, you can actually show and hide the instructions as you wish. It suggests that, and you don't have to do this, but you can add the mystery box number as part of the comments when you're fixing something. So I'm going to do that just because I think it's cool. And I'm going to save that change, and there we go. So that has been changed now and fixed. And I should probably go to his suggestions and clear that off from there as well. So misspelled word in marriage. There we go. So we'll hit the status button and update that. And say corrected spelling. There we go. And I'll even add that. Update status. There we go. Okay, so now I can go back to my mystery box. I'm going to hide those instructions. We can go back here and say that's done. So I click on the done button. And then I've got this, and I say, yes, I'm all done. Nothing more to see here. Since we're doing great guns on spelling, let's jump over to Amelia Abbott. Misspelled country and birth location. Duffney's Creek, Newfoundland. It's supposed to be land at the end, but it's just one finger was faster than the other when they typed it. So that's an easy one to fix as well. So we'll just do that. Boom. Let's go down to, where's the thing? Fix typo in birth location. Save that. And we could even add the mystery box challenge is already in the tracker. So where is it? I'll just say fixed. Yeah, it's in the tracker. I'm not sure if we're going to be using the tracker for actual points because it's, you get a box per day and that's your reward. But it's there, so it's kind of fun. So if you want to do that, you can. And so we finished Amelia there. So I'm going to hit yes, I'm all done. But notice there's two other things. So first of all, if you hit that done button by mistake, I have a get out of jail free card. No, I'm not done yet. Let me go back. But there's another possibility. You could be going into a suggestion that's already been fixed, but that's not the case here. But let's look at this one here. Headings doesn't start with an equal sign. Samuel Preston. Let's open up his. And so for that particular one, I don't see anything out of order here. Let me go back to this. Now, one of the things that you may or may not have noticed is it tells you what the issue is, and it also has a number that's underlined. And what does that number refer to, Vicki?
That's the suggestion number.
And if I clicked on that, would that help me?
Yes, sure. You'll see instructions to fix it.
Yes, luckily the data doctors have done amazing work, and for every one of their numbered suggestions, they've got a free space page devoted exactly to that suggestion. Tells you what it is, gives you examples of what's wrong and how to fix them, and many of them actually have a video that you can watch and go through specific details. So this will be really helpful, especially if you're onto the more difficult intermediate and advanced ones, or beginners who aren't data doctors or haven't done this sort of stuff before. This is an excellent resource. So if you come across a profile that needs fixing and it has a suggestion that you haven't worked with before or something you're not sure to do, just click on that button and it'll pop open the box so it can tell you all about it and give you lots of suggestions and helpful hints on how to fix that. So reading that, I have to go into the edit text to see what's wrong. And this is big enough you can read it, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I can.
So it looks like there's only two headings. Biography, that has equal signs and equal numbers on each side, the same with sources. So that's kind of weird.
Since it's already solved.
It may already be solved. So let me go into the changes. And look at this, Anne Fiordalisi, our own Anne Fiordalisi, who is hanging out in the chat over there.
And she was a tester of the app.
She was a tester, along with a bunch of Hacktoberfesters, who are a great gang who helped lots with this. She's edited this very biography on Halloween instead of getting ready for trick-or-treating. And look at that. Before she arrived, it had a dash, biography equals, and she changed it to make it equals. So she fixed it. So now this will happen from time to time because the WikiTree server gets updated once a week. And so these profiles and these errors could be up to 6 days old when they get served up to you. And so some of them will be solved by other WikiTreeers just randomly going about their acts of kindness during the week, like this one. So this is a case where I'm going to say it's not quite done.
What do we do?
It's someone else has already cleaned it up, so I need a new profile to work on. So I could click on that button and get a new one, or I could use the swap button to swap it out. Either of those will do the same, because basically I've only done 4 to 5. I don't deserve to count this as a solved mystery box, so I really should get a new one. So you can swap it out for another one of the exact same type. So I'm going to try that because that looks like an easy one to solve. So I'm going to try that.
And that answers Stephen's question.
Yes.
For a bunch, and you cannot work on them. Can you return them? Yes, you can.
You can. And in fact, I put that swap button just for that, because sometimes, even though it's all randomized and you've given it a specific time and place to zoom in on, as I mentioned before, if you're really specific on your place and it can't find any within that place, it's going to give you some that are random, and some of those may be too difficult. They may be with places that you have no experience in solving. So swap them out till you get one that you can solve, because we want you to be successful. It's better for the tree. There's a prefix in the nicknames. Okay, let's look at that. Angus Senior. So is that an error? It says it's an error. This isn't one I've worked on before. You know what? I'm going to swap this one out again, because I don't, to me, that sounds like a reasonable nickname. So
Yes.
I'm going to swap that out just because I'm not quite sure. Let's give me another random profile. Heading doesn't start with yes. Okay, we can do that. Unless Anne's already solved this one too. No. Let's see. That looks right. Oh, there it is, death. See, there's a little death. Can you see?
Oh, yes.
See, there's a little,
The
there's
apostrophe.
something wrong there. That little, let me get rid of that. Boom. That's the one that was causing the issue. And then sources will be fine. So the rest of it is fine. Okay, let's zoom back out. There we go. I'm going to say that's fixed. So one of the other things you should do is you should check to see if the biocheck results are popping up with suggestions. So in this case, there was only one suggestion, and it's the one that we've been working on. So I'm going to click fixed, and I'm going to put the mystery box number 2.
And if there are more suggestions to solve, you can go ahead and solve them.
Please do. That would be greatly
Yes.
appreciated. There we go. And so fixed header issue. There we go. And I can go to the challenge tracker if I want to as well. Bing. Okay, so now we've done that. All done. Yay! Okay, and when you're all done, you get this congratulations, nice big orange box that says, yay, you're done, congratulations. And you can go, at this point, you can admire your completed mystery box. Just stare at it, take a picture, show all your friends, or you can go to view your stats. And look, there's your stats. I've got a mystery box solved on the 4th. This isn't quite the 4th.
Great.
But the WikiTree server says it's the 4th, so I may have a little bit of programming to do because it thinks it's WikiTree week already. I mentioned in the GGG post that there may be some bugs that are still in here, and one of those bugs is date related, because it's a global app and we're a global community, and some of these time zone things I thought I had quashed, but perhaps I have not. So
Or maybe you're in the country, Greg. Maybe you're, I don't know, in Europe or something.
Well, yeah, but see, look what it says. It was solved. See, there it says it's solved November 3rd. Yeah, at 2000 hours, which is 8 o'clock, 22. So it recorded the right time. It's just putting it on the wrong calendar date. So my calendar, maybe it's just this portion that's wrong, because it recorded the right time.
But we know there could be bugs.
We know there could be bugs.
If you find any bugs,
let us know.
What do you have to do if someone finds a bug?
Oh, John, look, you know what? John solved it. It's because it's 2 a.m. in Slovenia, where the WikiTree servers are.
Yeah.
That's probably it. Okay. Well, we'll just have to make that Slovenian Canadian conversion happen. Or Slovenian Irish conversion, or Slovenian New Zealand conversion, whatever one we need.
Hello,
way to go, Christine. Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. So there's your stats. You can see that now. Look, it'll tell you how many boxes you've solved altogether. Now, for those who are Hacktoberfesters and tested this out, I'm sorry, I wiped out all your stats. You're all back to zero. So you're back to zero. But it will tell you how many boxes you've done ever and your current streak. So I'm on a streak. I've got 1 in a row. And tomorrow, if I do my box tomorrow, I'll have 2 in a row. And so just like other games online, it keeps track of how many you do in successive days. If you miss a day, then your streak gets reset to 0. But your total number of boxes will still, of course, keep on counting. But your streak gets reset to 0. But unlike other contests, you don't lose it. So if you couldn't get it all done tonight, you can come back tomorrow morning and finish it off, and then then it'll count for tomorrow's box. Okay, so yeah, it counts the day that it gets count on the calendar is when it was solved, not when it was started, but when it was solved. Okay, and so there you go. So now you're done. You can't get a new box, but you can. One thing you can do is you can get a sticker. So I could add this sticker to my profile now. That's what it would look like. Greg has completed box number 83 of easy 19th century Canada profiles on the fort. Well, I have to fix that. Okay, I'll have to fix that date and time. But here's the code that you would copy into your profile if you wanted to put that there. And then I have another sticker that you could add, which tells you how many boxes. So this would be the total number of boxes that you've completed. And so, and that one you could just sort of update every day as you add more and whatnot. So
awesome. We love stickers.
We love stickers, yeah. So there's the stats. We also have global stats, challenge stats. So right now, look, whoa. So 83, 1 box has been solved. But look at how many boxes are in progress. Oh, someone took
great.
We've got 1 to 100.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, and let's look at, and if we go to active boxes, we can see that 5 or 6 of them haven't solved any yet. A couple have solved 1 profile. Look at that. You can see and look at this. You can see the difficulties. 2 people have chosen anytime, any place. One's pretty confident about intermediate. That might be Anne.
Oh,
I guess. And there's, look at the different places people are going.
Awesome.
Isn't this cool? I think that's
super cool.
Super cool. And then mystery solve, well, there's only the one, so that's kind of boring because it'll just show my box. But that'll be fun to play with afterwards as well. So anyways, that is the mystery box challenge in a nutshell. So do we have any more questions, Vicki?
Yes, we have. Okay. Actually, I'm going to repeat Stephen's question because I didn't understand at first. But he says, what if you can return your box for someone else to solve it? What happens with the amount of boxes available that we have? So do they run off?
Oh, that's a good question. If you return your box, so if I had returned box number 83, then someone else could pick up box number 83 from the list. And there is no limit. One of the things that I had to get the Hacktoberfesters playing with is to pick a bunch of boxes. So if we finish all of the 1 to 100, then we're just it'll just fill in the space. So it'll just keep on going and adding more and more to the screen. Great. So there'll never be an end of the boxes. There will always be profiles to fix. So there's always going to be lots there. Yeah.
We have Anne's question.
What happens if all the 19th century is done? Will it regenerate to more boxes? Yeah. So one of the things about this, when you pick a number from the screen, the profiles aren't already in the boxes. The profiles don't actually get picked until you've clicked that button, and then it randomly goes out and finds profiles to fix. So they're not predetermined. Like the 5 profiles aren't already living in the boxes. They only get chosen when you click on them, and then it randomly picks them. So the 19th century isn't already pre-allocated to some of these boxes. So if we've solved every single 19th century suggestion, then we're doing really well. I don't anticipate that happening in the next month or two.
Yes. And remember that we're all working and creating new profiles, editing new stuff. So there's always going to be more suggestions. We hope not
That's right,
so
yeah.
many, but we do create them.
Yeah.
And well, Kathy says, when will a new box 83 show up?
Never.
So
It's gone. There was only one 83 ever. But there will be a 183 and a 283 and maybe eventually 8300 or 83,833. You know, I don't know how many years it'll take us to get that far deep into the mystery box challenge, but
oh, this is a funny question.
Is the server in Tomorrowland? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Tonight it is for sure.
Yeah, he solved the first mystery.
That's right. Way to go, Stephen. Yeah.
Stephen says, can you see everyone's progress too?
Well, you can
yes,
see.
We saw it.
In the challenge stats, you can see that. So under mystery solved, you can see, well, there's still only one. Let's see if I go back to my stats and then go back into challenge. So far, there's still only the one that's been solved, unless someone else has solved it. Who said that they solved one? Or was that just one? Christine said that she'd always solved one.
Christine.
Did she solve the whole box? Because if she has, then I'm in trouble.
Are you? Maybe you need to refresh to see the new stats, or
okay. Well, let's try that. Let's go to challenge stats. No, it says still only says my 83 is the only one that's been solved so far. Well, we will have to investigate that.
Or maybe she did her first
profile
suggestion.
First suggestion, yeah. The one you have in progress. Oh, that's a good question.
Have a new question here.
Okay.
Yoka, would it be possible to give an option to only get orphan profiles in your mystery box?
Orphan profiles. Well, the profiles are always open profiles, but I don't have orphan as one of the options. Like it's by I haven't said one way or the other whether orphan profiles are, but that's an excellent idea. I could add that one. That would add an extra level of difficulty, wouldn't it? Orphan profiles, or not necessarily?
No, they just don't have a profile manager.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. So that doesn't necessarily mean they're more difficult, but that's a good idea. I like that now. Okay.
Yeah, good question.
Let's write that one down. Orphan profiles.
And can you get down to city level? Yes. Well, you can choose your location.
Yeah. So whatever you type, if you type in that text box for location, exactly, just like Vicki did for Santiago, it will try and match that location when it does the search. So, yeah, so you could get down to city level. Now, again, I would caution you to pick a big city or at least a city where you know there's a lot of WikiTree profiles to gather from. So.
Well, Christine says just the one profile.
Good.
But Stephanie says it was not showing the one I have in progress.
Well, if she picked that tonight, then
111.
But you know what? I'm looking at the numbers that have been chosen. It wouldn't have given you up to 111. Stephanie, did you pick that tonight, or was that one you had picked from during the testing earlier? I reset all the stats at about 5 o'clock tonight. Wiped out all of the testing data. So if it was one that you had before, an hour ago, like an hour ago.
I'm not seeing any other question.
Okay.
If you have one, just write it down.
Yeah. If you have another question, yeah. Okay, that's a funny one that Stephen asked. I don't think it has anything to do with the mystery box challenge, but
but it's a good question to solve.
What do they put on the place of death? I don't know. It's like buried at sea, right?
Yeah, it's like a point.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes. No more questions. Maybe they're all solving their boxes.
Maybe they are solving boxes. Yes. Well, anyways, add your questions to the GGG post or send them directly to, there's a link directly to me. If you find a bug, you can click on bug in the app right here, contact the author. And if you click on that, it'll automatically open up my private message. So you can just send me a message really quickly. So that's one thing. And also in at the bottom of the app is a link to the free space page, where we have lots of details about using the app and using the box, and the mystery box challenge, and all the other details are there. And there'll be a link to this YouTube as well.
Stephanie says she picked her mystery box an hour ago.
Okay. Maybe you should, yes, it's possible if you started right before. Yeah.
We have a new question.
If you don't understand the suggestions, yes, that's a good question. If you don't understand the suggestion, then when you're in the mystery box, beside the name of is a number. Remember, I clicked on that and it opened up this suggestion page. So do you have your mystery box open? Maybe you want to share your screen, because I've closed mine off.
Oh, mine. Oh, no.
Okay. Though I can show you one thing.
No, I have it open. Sorry.
But you're not sharing your screen anymore.
No, but I will.
Okay. One thing I did add, where are we here? Where's my view, my stats? For the Hacktoberfesters, I allowed them to do a practice box. Now, it won't count in the stats, but you can go through the whole process again. So if you want to do a practice, you can. But anyways. I'm just waiting for Vicki to.
Okay, this is it.
There we go.
What do you want me to do? Accept this?
You have to accept the challenge, yes. Yeah, it picks the 5 profiles, but until you say, I accept this challenge, then they're not yours. But now that you hit accept it, there we go.
Now I don't understand this suggestion, so I can click the number, and there's the description of what's the issue.
But you have you're not sharing that tab.
Oh,
you know what? I'll show that tab though. What number was it? Oh,
there it is.
There you did.
Okay. So you can see the description of warning. You can see the possible causes of the warning of the suggestion, and what are the steps to solve it. And you can see here a screenshot. And this one has no video, but some of them have a YouTube link where you can see more explanation on how to solve it.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now back to here, or if you want to, you can swap.
Yes.
And have a new
if
profile.
that still doesn't have, if that free space page doesn't help you anymore, it's like, well, that's still, just swap it.
Yeah, you can change the type of suggestion so you don't get the same one.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Veg Beauty has asked, so you just do one box of 5 profiles each day. That's right. You got it. And how does it track that you did a box? Well, once you've finished all 5 profiles, remember when I was showing mine, when I finished that 5th one, an orange box popped up, congratulations, that said I'd done it. And then in your stats, you'll see that'll be plotted on the calendar for that day. And then it keeps track of it. The app keeps track of how many boxes you've done. And how many you've done in a row and all that sort of stuff. So the app keeps track of all of those things.
Great. Should I stop sharing, right?
Yeah. I think we've answered most of the questions. We've demonstrated how to go from scratch, pick your boxes, pick your parameters, solve, swap out. Yeah. So if you've done an easy one today and that was super easy, and some of those were, but we wanted to, to have all WikiTreeers, even beginners, have something that's fairly easy that they can get into. The intermediate, I think, are the meatiest ones. Those are the ones where I think most of us will live. But there are some really challenging ones on the advanced side too. So if you're up for a challenge, go for it. Is this just for
one
fun?
more question.
Well, it's both. It is fun, and we're improving the tree.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have any grand prizes except for bragging rights, really.
And the sticker.
Sticker, yeah.
And the excitement of solving just one. You just have to solve one, like your Wordle, and make the record of the streak.
That's right. That's right. Yes. So, and maybe eventually, you know, we can do a mystery box T-shirt or something that people could order if they want. I don't know.
Oh, of course we can. Yes.
We'll throw that idea out there. But anyways, yeah, go for the streak.
Or have themes for the mystery box someday, like orphans, or I don't know, died young profiles.
Yeah, there's lots of things we can do with it.
For different
so
categories.
we're just starting it out, and hope you enjoy it and give us suggestions. We can always tweak things as we go along. So thank you all again for watching this live, and thanks for those who are watching this after the fact. Happy beginning of WikiTree week. Thank you, Vicki, for coming out and helping us and giving us this great idea. That was wonderful. And we will see you all again. I think the next broadcast will be at 8 in the morning. 8.
Oh yes, for the
Eastern
kickoff,
Standard
right?
Time. Sure. Isn't that the next to the broadcast? I believe for some.
I don't
for starting WikiTree week.
Yeah. Well, and thank you, Greg, of course, for all these months of work, and thank you to all the Hacktober team of developers and testers.
Okay, so Azure has corrected me. The next thing will be Ancestor Appreciation at noon Eastern Time. Thank you, Azure. Yes, this is going to be great fun. Enjoy it, everyone. Happy WikiTree week. Happy Tomorrowland for all of those living in Tomorrowland. And we'll see you around.
Yes.
Enjoy mystery boxing.
Bye.
Bye.